Hello YouTube, it is I, Banded Wendy, on the 7th, no, it's the 6th, it is 4/6/11, Wednesday, and I am here, this video is to talk about eating, eating food choices at a restaurant, I guess, sort of, ordering at a restaurant, picking your protein first, chewing 30 times, not reaching for food while you still have a bite in your mouth that you haven't chewed yet, and knowing when to stop, listening to your body and not your mind. I'm a lap band patient, so this is specifically regarding lap banders, but my husband is gastric bypass, RNY. If you've watched my videos, you know that. He's nearly 9 years post-op, very successful. I'm just over 2 years post-op, somewhat successful, right, with my lap band. And he travels. My husband travels all the time. Before I had weight loss surgery, we were together 2 years. And I watched him eat. And I, alongside him, he ate very little. Would pick anything that he wanted to eat, but consumed very small amounts of it. And I would eat everything, because I didn't have weight loss surgery. I'd clean the whole plate. But I got to see, via him, how little a person with weight loss surgery, specifically gastric bypass, would eat. So, I eat, fast forward now to 2 years later, since I've had weight loss surgery. And my husband, travels often. He works on the railroad, so he's gone 4, 6, or 8 days at a time. So that leaves I, Banded Wendy, 4, 6, or 8 days at a time alone in making my food choices. I'm relatively solid on my choice for protein first. I live by that. There's always an exception to that, on occasion. But I pick protein first, and I always pick the highest protein for the lowest calorie. That's how I eat. I practice chewing 30 times. I do not do it every time. My bites are usually too big. They need to be a lot smaller. And I really try to eat, put my fork down, sit back, cross my hands, chew 30 times, wait for the food to pass by before I take another bite. But that's something I think we can get lazy about and or sloppy about. The other thing is, I really try to stop eating when the feeling of hunger is gone. So, first of all, I do not eat until I'm hungry, physically hungry. My stomach is like, you gotta fuel the body, Wendy, and that's when I choose to put something in it, right? And if I'm paying very close attention and listening to the sensations and the feeling of my body, my esophagus, my new stoma, my lap band, the food, I can stop when I'm no longer hungry. But that also I get very lazy and very sloppy about. So last night was the first time I'd seen my husband in a week, and we went out to a really fabulous high-end Mexican restaurant in West Hollywood. And we ordered off the appetizer menu, and I ordered ceviche, fish ceviche, right? It came out on 4, I'll put a picture of it in here, 4 tortilla chips, and, a tablespoon, we'll say, maybe a tablespoon and a half of ceviche on each chip, you'll see. With my husband next to me, because he reminds me, I have a partner, right? When I have a partner, and a partner in weight loss surgery when I eat. Some days he may eat more than I do, or vice versa. I may eat more than him, and we kind of joke around about weight loss surgery lingo, talk, speak when that happens. But I haven't posted my video yet from this week, but I was up a pound or two. 1.2 pounds, something like that. So, right on it, and so I'm really practicing being mindful this month, the whole month of April, about the food choice, how big my bite is, how many times I chew it, how I sit back and relax and do not race to get to the next bite. And I listen to the food going through my body and my new stoma and my lap band. Because my problem, my number one reason for weight loss surgery, why I needed to have it, was portion control, people. Portion control. Wendy. So anyway, I ate one tortilla chip last night with the ceviche on top of it. I had like maybe 4 regular tortilla chips, a couple, scoops of guacamole, which my husband laughs because I always want to order the guacamole. It costs $9, and I ate probably 90 cents worth of it, right? But he buys it for me anyway because that's what I like. We do that. We order what we want. We don't have any children, or we're financially fit to do that type of thing. Not everybody can do that, but that we're both foodies, so we do not deny or restrict ourselves from foods that we want. So anyway, that's all I needed to eat, and I went to take a second chip, right? Because there were 4, and I already felt it, hanging around in here, and I just spoke out loud to my husband and said, "I need a to-go box." And the waiter was actually quite frustrated with us, because this is a restaurant where they're trained to get your appetizer, your entree, your dessert, your coffee, your cocktails, the whole gamut, right? And we were joking about how when we were like, we'll just have these, we're just going to take these small bites, is what they were called. He's like, "You don't want an entree?" And we're like, "No." We try to give him the menu. He's like, "Oh, keep it. You might change your mind about an entree." And we're like, "No, we're not." And he kind of got rude with us. That's okay. He has no idea my husband works in the service industry and that he's a big tipper. And his tip just got shot down because he was not, he was already thinking dollar signs in his mind about his tip because we weren't getting the whole menu, right? The whole gamut of appetizer, entree, dessert, So that's kind of interesting. But anyway, the whole point here is not all of us have a weight loss surgery husband or a weight loss surgery wife. And if we do, they might not be as wise as they should be, right? So I'm very fortunate, but those 4, 6, and 8 days that I'm alone, I need to work on this, Wendy. Yes, I just had my 2-year post-op. My band is perfect. My stoma is perfect. I was reminded by looking at pictures of my stoma and my band that literally my stoma is the size of an acorn, right? And so is yours. And we want to keep it that way. So when you go to take that next bite of something, and you choose to chew, think about how small that stoma is, the size of an acorn, guys, smaller than a golf ball, right? And how tight that band is, right? Food's not going to get through there, so you got to chew. So I'm making this video to remind myself. I'm making this video to put it out there. I know it's kind of all over the place, but I challenge everybody, just today, the day that you're watching this video, keep this in mind. We do not eat or consume food like normal people without weight loss surgery. We just don't, right? I watch people on all sides of me at that restaurant. They ordered the appetizers. They ate them, right? They ordered the entree. They ate it. They got the dessert, right? And here we are with 3 appetizers, and we box them up to go, right? The funny thing is that we left the food in the trunk of the car, and we live in a big loft building, and I was like, "Oh shit, we left the to-go boxes in the car." My husband's like, "It's 1 o'clock in the morning, right?" He's like, "I'll go down and get it if you want to get it, but are you going to eat that, really? You're not going to eat that?" And I'm like, "No, you're right, I'm not going to eat it." He's like, "So just throw it away tomorrow when you get to work." That's the other thing. I don't have to hold on to food anymore. There's going to be, my next meal is going to come. My next food option is going to come. And I did eat. I'm here to tell you, I ate cheesecake last night after we went to the dinner, and I ate very, very little, but I ate to the point where my band said to stop. We went out, and where we were, I ordered cheesecake. And I was thinking, oh God, it's like 500 calories, you know, it's plain cheesecake. And when I calculated my calories and my protein, it was 257 calories and 4.4 proteins. And it fit into my day. I ate under 1,300 calories yesterday. Actually under 1,250. And that's less calories than I actually burned in exercise yesterday. And I lost weight when I woke up this morning. So again, it's all a science project, and I didn't deprive myself of that cheesecake either, right? I wanted it, I had it. So anyway, just talking, I open this conversation up to anybody that wants to talk about chewing, wants to talk about restriction, wants to talk about 30 times, putting the fork down, putting the spoon down, not reaching for the next bite, thinking when we eat, thinking what we eat. We are what we eat, and the more we think about it, the better use we're going to get out of our weight loss surgery tool. So my goal this week is this month, right, is to listen to my stoma, take those smaller bites, chew it 30 times, stick with protein first, and stop eating when I should and not when I have to, right? Because with the lap band, and technically from what I've seen with gastric bypass, one extra bite could set you over the edge. Just one extra bite, right? So I need to work on, and I challenge us all to work on stopping when we should, not when we have to. So anyway, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see some response videos and or comments about your thoughts about this. And, you know, keep on keeping on. Make great choices and listen to that stoma and that band of yours. You can eat anything you want. You just eat small amounts of it. All right? Let that tool work. Have a great day. Bye.